What is T3Now? T3Now is a modular payments testing platform from Iliad Solutions. It provides the tools to configure tests and test data, and then execute those tests to validate one or more external payment systems. Additionally, T3Now supports ring-fencing configured tests and test data, granting users access to only a subset of the platform. This control over data and permissions allows administrators to closely manage users' access. In this video, we'll explore configuring a test environment, ring-fencing access to parts of that environment, executing tests, and assessing validation results. In the test data section of the product, we can configure representations of real-world elements that might be used to populate payments messages. For example, I can configure accounts or cards. Each of these pieces of data is bound to an environment that we refer to as a test system. As an administrator, I can freely move between those environments to view and configure data across different systems. However, if I was to log in as a more restricted user, I might only have access to a single test system, and so I'll be unable to interact with data from other systems. Test systems can be cloned wholesale, or individual pieces of data can be copied from one system and replicated in another. This allows administrators to configure data in one system and then replicate it in the other systems that require access to it. Tests can be configured in the same way. Some users may have access to all tests or some tests. Other users may not have access to tests at all. When configuring tests, we can dictate what the message flow should look like, as well as use keywords or test data to dynamically populate values in those messages. These tests can then be executed, and the validation results viewed. We support sending and receiving as many legs as required, as well as mixing and matching the message types used in those legs. For example, I could have a test with 6 messages being sent back and forth to the system under test, and each of those 6 legs could be a separate message type. T3Now allows customers to enhance this base testing experience with additional modules. These modules extend the core functionality, allowing customers to do things like clearing file generation and validation, or even turn T3Now into a certification platform. One of these modules is project management. It allows grouping tests into collections called projects, and then assigning those projects to one or more test systems for users to execute. For example, we can create a project template and choose which of our configured tests to include within it. Using this template, we can then create projects and assign them to one or more environments. Users with access to those environments can then view the project and execute it. Here we can see that one of the tests has failed. I can view the result and view the reason for the failure. I can then reconfigure my external system accordingly before re-executing the test to revalidate the external system. This has been a general overview and introduction to T3Now. It's a fantastic platform that's quick and easy to configure. There's a lot more to discover and more modules being added to enhance the capabilities of the platform still further. For more information or to request a more in-depth demonstration, please use the contact form on our website, iliad-solutions.com. Thanks.